Good morning. I'm pleased to speak with you today about an important update to our summer day camp programs and how we are improving the registration process for families. Each year, the Department of Sport and Recreation delivers summer programs for preschool, primary, and middle school age students. Last summer, we successfully provided approximately 4,000 camp placements across multiple sites throughout Bermuda, offering safe, structured, and enriching recreational experiences for young people while supporting working-class families. These programs are made possible through strong collaboration with private camp operators, the Ministry of Public Works and Environment, the Ministry of Education, as well as the Ministry of Health. Together, we ensure that appropriate facilities are secured and that all health and safety standards are met. This year, we have also partnered closely with the government's digital transformation team to improve the overall Camp Connect experience. While families have consistently expressed high satisfaction with the quality of our camps, we have heard very clearly that the registration process has been a source of stress and frustration. Many parents felt intense pressure to log on the moment that registration opened, only to find that camps filled within minutes. In some cases, one child secured a spot while the other did not, leaving families in difficult and uncertain situations. We listened carefully to this feedback, and we are acting on it. This year, we are introducing a modernized summer camp lottery registration system. This new approach is designed to improve fairness, transparency, and efficiency, ensuring a more equitable experience for all families. Here is how the system will work. The registration period will be a 2-week window. During this time, families will be encouraged to create a family profile account. This includes entering all required information for each child, followed by selecting their camp preferences. Parents will select both first and second choice programs. Importantly, there is no advantage to applying early, as every application submitted within the 2-week window will be treated equally. Third, after the registration period closes, placement will be assigned through a transparent lottery system. This system will take into account factors such as sibling placement and programming preferences. If a household is selected, all registered children in that household will be placed. Families will then be notified of their assigned camps and the next steps for confirmation and payment of their registration. Parents will also be able to log into their accounts at any time to check their application status and receive updates, including information about placements and payments. Now, let me be clear. While this new system greatly improves fairness and transparency, demand for these programs remains high, and not every applicant will be able to secure a spot. A wait list will still be necessary. However, what this system guarantees is that every family has equal opportunity. Registration will no longer depend on who can click the fastest. Access to our summer day camp should be fair for everyone, and this new system reflects that commitment. We remain committed to supporting our families, creating positive, enriching experiences for our young people, and we look forward to another successful summer day camp season together. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister. We'll now take questions from the media.
Thank you for the update, Minister.
Absolutely. Good morning.
I am a parent myself, and I know that stress and frustration
Yes.
on that day. You know, you might be working, you might have other commitments, so it's quite welcome news. But still, you're saying that there's not enough placements for the demand. Can you give an idea of how many people, perhaps last year, didn't get a placement that wanted a placement?
Well, I don't have those stats. I'm sure the Department of Sport and Recreation will have them. I'm not sure if the acting director has them on hand today. But I tell you, the numbers that I gave is that we do get placements for over 4,000. And that is significantly up from where we were 2 years ago. I know 2 years ago, we may have been around 1,500 to 2,000. So that's doubled, even more than doubled, what the government is doing. And yeah, that speaks to the program. It speaks to the demand for the Summer Day Camp program. And it's not just price. It's also what we are able to offer. And like we said 2 years ago, the connection and the funds that government put towards Summer Day Camp program, where we were able to bring in private camps and subsidize the cost, has been a game changer.
Okay. So in terms of the number of placements you have this time, is that the same as last year?
Yes, we are working.
Acting Director, we are working towards the same number, and we're going to, expand some of the private offerings as well.
Okay, great. And when you register, how long does it take for you to get confirmation?
Well, right now, we're looking at a 2-week process of registration.
Yes.
Once the 2-week process goes, the confirmations will start rolling right after that. So I anticipate that maybe 2 weeks for registration and then possibly a week or two for confirmations. And once those confirmations come out, we will then also send confirmations to say you are on the wait list.
Yeah.
And that gives parents some time to look at other options as well.
Yeah, do you know when that registration process opens?
The registration process is set to open this year on Monday, April 27th.
April 27th, okay. Can you say how many different camp providers are participating this year?
Right now, we are in the process of accepting applications. We are having a fair where we're encouraging all camps that want to be part of Camp Connect, that's the private camps, to come and show what their offerings are. We go through a very rigorous process to make sure they meet all of the safeguarding, the health and safety, so that we make sure that any camps that are under Camp Connect are operating as they should be.
With things like SCARS certification, things like that?
That will come under the safeguarding
First
piece.
aid and that sort of thing.
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Good to
Health
hear.
and safety
Yes,
and
yeah.
everything.
Now, I do remember there were some teething problems with the program last year. We did do a story I was one of the parents trying to sign up, and I knew of other parents. You'd select some camp, and you were put onto another camp, and there was just some technical problems. Are you aware of them, and have they been ironed out?
Yeah, we are aware of the technical problems that showed themselves last year. We're using some other additional resources when it comes to technology. You heard that we talked about an internal resources with the government digital transformation team that have been doing good work throughout government and transforming government, to move to a more digital sign up. One of the other departments that come under the ministry, TCD, have been moving towards online applications and more digital process as well. So this is the entire modernization that not only is taking place across government, but we are demonstrating it within this ministry. When you see transportation modernization, and now we're moving it to the modernization of, as I said in the House of Assembly last week, spots for the islands over the summer, and now you see it with Camp Connect for Summer Day camps.
Okay, so we're hoping for a smoother process,
Absolutely.
hopefully, in the registration.
And as I did say in the statement, we have listened. As you have mentioned that you are a parent as well, as am I. I have a young boy who has been to these camps, and we sign up just like everyone else.
Okay. Just a couple more questions. You mentioned a profile that parents have to set up. What is that? Just your name and your address, or it's very simple
it's the basic information. So we have the profile, so that the thought process is that when you do this next year, your profile is already saved
there.
in the system.
Gotcha.
And again, it will take a lot of stress off the parents. As I said, there's no longer a, let me get on before 9. Let me have every single godparent that I have online as well to try to increase our when you have that much pressure on the system, that led to some of those breakdowns last year.
Sure, sounds like a fairer system for sure. And cancellation policy, say you sign up for a camp and then something else comes up, what happens? You lose your money, or do you get...
That's a good point. We would hope that, parents that find other alternatives will contact the Department of Sport and Recreation right away, because we have seen in some instances that some parents forfeit the $60, and they either take their child on vacation, a vacation may pop up,
yeah.
or they decide to put their child in a different camp, and that spot could be used for other individuals.
And there could be a reimbursement
Well, yes, there's
arrangement.
always reimbursement process and the like, but more importantly, we want people, when they make alternative plans, to contact us so that we can work on getting your money back, but more importantly, so we can release the spot to students and parents that need it the most.
Okay, and just wrapping up, talking about price, do you have prices? Is it just one price, flat price, $70, $60? Or?
The beauty is that the price has not changed for a few years. The government summer day camps, and that is why it's in high demand, is set at $60 per week, and it will not change this summer.
That's great, and that's from 9 till 5?
I think we go a little earlier than that. I think it's from 8 to 5:30.
Till 5:30,
Absolutely, yeah.
good for working parents, great.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
No problem, sir.
Thank you. And Minister, did you have any final words?
No, I just want to say thank you to the staff, the acting director, the substantive director, and all staff that is working on this. We clearly have listened, as has been mentioned before. We also go through this process. So I just wanted to thank everyone for the commitment that they have and the trust that they have in the Department of Sport and Recreation and the Bermuda government in putting on these summer day camps, which have been going on for over 40 years now. So we want to say thank you.
Thank you, Minister. And this will conclude today's press conference. Thank you, everyone.
So that we can work on getting the money back, but more importantly, so we can release the spot to students and parents that need it. Okay, and just wrapping up,
Bermuda Live on YouTube. Subscribe now. Bermuda Live on YouTube. Subscribe now.